Welcome to the Ask Ralph podcast, where listening to an experienced financial professional can help you make sense of confusing questions, current headlines, and industry trends about taxes, small business, financial decision-making, investment strategies, and even the art of proper budgeting, as Ralph makes the complex simple by sharing his real-world knowledge with all things financial. Now here's your host, Ralph Estep Jr.
Welcome back to the Ask Ralph podcast, where we answer your financial questions and other things to keep you informed. I'm your host, Ralph Estep Jr., and today we'll be discussing why using an accounting firm to prepare your payroll is a better choice, other than one of those payroll processing companies. We're going to explore the many benefits of using a licensed accountant for handling payroll tasks, and the penalties and fines that may be levied for inaccurately preparing payroll, and how these issues can be avoided by using an accountant. We'll also touch on real-life examples of payroll fraud and how these issues could have been prevented by using a reputable accounting firm.
Ask Ralph will be right back.
Hey, I want to take a few minutes and just tell you about the latest book I've written. The name of the book is Mastering Your Finances, Your Personal Guide to Financial Freedom. And listen, folks, it's not just a book. This is an actual roadmap to securing a thriving financial future. As a seasoned accountant, I penned this book to put the power of financial planning right at your fingertips. This book will transform your financial landscape from a confusing maze of numbers and jargon to a clear and well-trodden path towards prosperity. This book is written for every potential user, from the first-time person trying to get their finances in order to a well-seasoned person who's been trying to do this for a long time. So what I want you to do is to discover the profound impact of strategic planning as you journey through real-life examples, practical tips, and insightful advice. This book is more than a guide. It's a lifeline to financial literacy and independence. This is a way for you to take control of your financial destiny and embrace the freedom that comes with financial stability. This book is an essential read for anyone seeking to navigate the world of personal finance with confidence and ease. The book is available right now on Amazon.com. You just search for the name Ralph Estep, and you can get it either on paperback or on Kindle. So check it out when you get a chance.
And now back to the podcast.
When it comes to handling payroll, using an accounting firm can provide numerous advantages over payroll processing companies. Licensed accountants have a deep understanding of the tax code, employment laws, and regulations that govern payroll. They can ensure that your payroll is processed accurately, compliant with all legal requirements, and in line with industry best practices. Payroll processing companies, on the other hand, may lack the personalized attention and expertise that a licensed accountant can provide. We see this all the time. One of the major benefits of using an accounting firm for payroll is the avoidance of penalties and fines. The IRS and other government agencies take payroll compliance seriously, and mistakes or inaccuracies can result in hefty penalties. By entrusting your payroll task to a licensed accountant, you can minimize the risk of errors and ensure that all payroll-related taxes, deductions, and withholdings are handled correctly. Accountants are well-versed in the complexities of payroll calculations and can help you navigate issues such as overtime, fringe benefits, and payroll tax deposits. And that's an area where the IRS really spends a great deal of time, and the penalties are really severe. So let's delve into some examples of the penalties and fines that may be levied for inaccurately preparing payroll. If payroll taxes are calculated incorrectly or not paid on time, the IRS can impose penalties that can quickly add up. In addition, failing to comply with state and local employment laws can result in fines and legal consequences. These penalties can have a severe impact on your business's finance and reputation. By using an accounting firm, you can reduce the risk of such penalties and ensure that your payroll is handled accurately and in compliance with all applicable laws. Now let's touch on some real-life examples of payroll fraud and how these issues could have been avoided by using a reputable accounting firm. Payroll fraud can take various forms, including ghost employees, unauthorized salary increases, and falsifying hours worked. These situations can result in significant financial losses for businesses. By having an accounting firm handle your payroll, you introduce an additional layer of oversight and accountability. Accountants can implement proper internal controls, Conduct regular audits and identify any suspicious or fraudulent activities before they become major problems. For example, consider a small business that falls victim to ghost employees. These are non-existent employees added to the payroll in order to embezzle funds. By using an accounting firm, the business could have implemented proper verification processes, such as cross-checking employee data with HR records and conducting periodic audits. These measures would have been detected the ghost employees and prevented financial losses experienced. By working with a reputable accounting firm, you can have peace of mind knowing that your payroll is being handled by professionals who understand the intricacies of payroll processing, compliance, and fraud prevention. And you need to understand that payroll generally makes up a very large portion of a business's expenses. So this is an area where you may be able to find some savings, and you definitely want to avoid fraud. You can just open up the newspaper or do a Google search on payroll fraud and see how many businesses have been affected negatively by it. So that's why we always recommend using a professional accounting firm like ourselves instead of one of these payroll services. There's even some of these online services that talk about, let your employees do their own payroll. I think that's really dangerous. We're not looking to take over an HR role because most of the time the clients still need to do that. But this is an area where you don't want to make mistakes. It's very important. Well, that wraps up today's episode of Ask Ralph. I hope this discussion has shed light on the benefits of using an accounting firm for your payroll tasks. Remember, accuracy and compliance are crucial in payroll processing, and a licensed accountant can provide the expertise needed to navigate this complex area. If you have any questions or topics you'd like to cover in future episodes, feel free to reach out to us. You can email me at ralph@askralph.com. Stay tuned for more insightful discussions on finance. Until next time, take care and remember to make wise financial decisions.
Thank you for joining us on the Ask Ralph podcast. And with a simple click to subscribe, we'll invite you back to our next episode. And remember, financial issues don't have to be complicated. Just ask Ralph. The information contained in this episode of Ask Ralph is based on data available as of the date of its release. Saggio Accounting Plus and Ask Ralph Media, Inc. is under no obligation to update this content if changes occur. Applying this information to your specific situation requires careful consideration of all facts and circumstances, and any information provided is not to be considered as financial, tax, or legal advice. Please consult your tax advisor or attorney before acting on any material covered.